So 340, no, 48? 7.
I think it's 47.
7.
Lost track.
47.
Because we went on a little brief hiatus away last week.
Surreptitious.
We'll come back to your words of the day, maybe. But,
yes.
Yeah, you could have another little slot. We've got Mark's. I mean, literally, it's going to be all your content.
I am the talent.
You are talent. So while we were away, the weekend was a horrible train attack, wasn't that? The train attack is not that we're going to dwell on that because that's not a very nice subject, but it's just quite amazing how that actually, what scared me most when I've read up on it. So if you haven't read a newspaper or heard any news, there was a train attack on the 6:25, I think it is, from Doncaster to King's Cross. Oh. And it wasn't until I read all the article, it's the same train that Amber used to get back from Nottingham. Oh. That would change at Grantham and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, was it that one?
Well, it's a similar line, similar route, which is, scary enough. But anyway, luckily she wasn't on it, but lots of people were. So basically the train was normal for about an hour, and then suddenly this nutter got on at Peterborough with a knife and started just randomly stabbing people, which is quite horrific. Apparently 11, so his charges now are 11 attempts at murder, 10 of which happened on that train, but one they think is also linked to something that happened earlier in the day at East London.
So was it going from London to Doncaster?
No, it was going from the other way round.
How was he in East London earlier?
Well, earlier in the day.
What's this, 6:25 in the evening?
Yes, sorry. 6:25 p.m.
PM. So he'd been in London, stabbed someone.
Well, they think it's related because the description of this person was extremely similar. But I'm like, that was a random attack. And it was just around, it's just the awfulness. The trouble was, obviously, because it was the day after Halloween, I think it was Saturday night, or it was near Halloween, people heard people screaming and they just thought it was some silly Halloween prank if you're further down the carriages, because it happened in the middle of the train. So if you're further down the carriages, you just never know quite what's real and what people are doing for TikTok or video, Instagram, video themselves. So I think people obviously weren't immediately visually aware of what was going on, were just hearing screams, and people were just thinking, it's just they're just doing some Halloween prank. And then suddenly they realised obviously it was real. So people were running to either ends of the train, locking themselves in the toilets or trying to barricade in. People, very brave people were trying to protect other people. The driver then obviously somebody pulled the emergency chain, and he pulled in, or he changed the signal to pull into Huntingdon station, which was the nearest next station, rather than stop the train in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
So he kept driving, changed, because normally they just fly through Huntingdon, but obviously change the signal. I'd read, change all the signals so he could stop at Huntingdon.
Which means that they can open the doors.
Which means the police can come to the platform and...
They must have a procedure for all of this.
So they have different levels, apparently, all the different, obviously, whether it's a terrorist attack or just a random nutter or a fire or whatever it is. So I think the driver is called, I'm going to have to say his name because he did a really good job, Andrew Johnson.
Good English name.
He's ex-Navy, so
there we are.
He called on his
naval training
and thinking, what would you do in a battle?
Able Seaman, what was his name? Able Seaman, what? What's his surname?
Johnson.
Able Seaman Johnson.
Okay.
Well done.
Well done, Mr. Johnson.
He might have been more than an able seaman.
It was very able that day anyway.
Yeah.
So he then... It was really quick, actually, if you think about it in the scheme of things. Probably seemed like an eternity for the people on the train, but 8 minutes from when they called to the police arriving at the platform in Huntingdon, armed police, not just regular police.
But imagine being in that carriage with that fucking lunatic.
That's what I mean. It's just he's just wielding a knife. But then, for me, when I was reading it, I'm not laughing at the scenario, I'm just laughing at my thought process of... you think, well, surely someone could have, But that's the thing, reading it, you're thinking there's all these people, and people were trying to, go, right, I'll get him. They were trying to obviously stop. People were trying to advise people not to do that, because he was quite a big guy, I think. But you think if, you've got, 4 or 5 blokes, strong people, I'm not going to say blokes, because that's just sexist, but... To come from behind and just somehow... It's his arm, but obviously he's a nutter and he's wielding it around.
Do you remember back in the day? I don't know if you were there. I might have been before when I used to do karate.
No, I remember that exact thing. Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
What?
You said if it doesn't matter what level.
No.
Oh, okay. The one I always tell people is like if they do karate, with like the guy that you're talking about said it doesn't matter what what would you do if someone attacks you.
This is when
with
I
a
used
knife
to do
or
it
a
at
gun.
Tolworth.
Run.
So at Tolworth, I used to do karate back in the day, and the guy, they were talking about different scenarios with knives, and I do remember, and when you told me this story, it just reminded me of this. He said you wrap something around your arm, so that it protects your arm a bit, and then you obviously try and block, and you think, yeah, but if you got some fucking lunatic wielding a knife, I mean, I think if I had my family there, you lot, I think some slightly primal.
Well, there's one guy that's reported in the paper saying that there was a woman with a youngish child, and he sort of put himself in the way to protect them, or like push them out the way when this guy was coming towards them.
You think, because people are travelling from wherever it was to London, there would be cases on board.
Well, that's what they said. They were trying to find things and throwing them at him. They were trying to find anything to throw at him. Obviously, if you're someone who is in that state of mind, whatever that state is, which is horrific, to be that they said also almost like his expression was just like blank. It was like
he was a psychopath. So
it just couldn't.
But your question
compute
is
that he was actually hurting
most
humans.
of these people, when you find out about them, they're obviously normally loners. It's like all these people that was at Columbine, the shooting and stuff.
So his name is Anthony Williams.
Right, but don't know any more about him.
32. That's it. They haven't reported any more yet. But
I think the scary thing is when you hear about families getting attacked by someone and they've been medically discharged or something from another.
Yeah.
And you think, these guys obviously aren't right, happy, whatever, need to be on a serious medication. It's very rare that it's a normal human being that's happy-ish in life and suddenly does this. So there's normally a pattern. So somewhere along the line.
Well, also, I suppose they probably hadn't quite got to grips with what had happened earlier in the day, if they are related.
But yeah.
But yeah, it's like, what would you do? It's like, well, I always think, when you get on a train and then usually either, some homeless person comes on or drunk person, and you never quite know. Again, they're not necessarily in a normal state of mind because of their lifestyle.
I think if they were...
And generally, they're super polite and they try, and then I will obviously give money. But then sometimes you just think people come on, they get aggressive if you don't give them anything. That's what I
that kind of
struggle
scenario,
with a bit. Because I'm like, you're asking something, and like if people come to the door, I hate people coming to our door to ask for charity or anything like that, and they give it all the like smarmy stuff until you say no, thank you, and then they go, and I'm like, hang on a minute, you just come to my door. It's not like I've invited you to come and we've made an appointment.
If you are rude to them, they know where you live.
But I'm not rude to them. I just say, look, I'm really sorry, I just don't do it over the door. I do other charity stuff, but my own instigating, not someone knocking on the door, signing people up to pay a monthly direct debit.
Yeah, it's pants. I can't believe people still do that.
And in the shopping centres as well, I always feel that's really uncomfortable. Yeah. Like in the shopping, and you're just harassing, you're just out, you're usually rushing.
Do the buskers now have tap and go? Because no one carries cash anymore.
Some do, because I think, I don't know about... Yeah, because I think now they have to have a permit or like a register to do it.
But I just wondered, because, it's like people are...
But they'll all have phones, because they're generally filming themselves.
Right.
Or whatever, so you can do it on a phone, can't you? You don't have to have...
I think I
don't
know. Going back to Nutters, I think there's a pathway. These guys have, either substance abuse or just proper loners and actually need medical help and haven't been been released.
Something has triggered that, or how do you plan? You go, right, he's from Peterborough originally, which is where he got on.
Nice.
But quite what he was doing, if it is related and linked in East London earlier in the day, where someone just got, maybe he was just practicing, literally like, you know what I mean? Just like someone looked at him the wrong way and this person just got facial lacerations.
But, lesser extent, but you always have, with alcohol, and that's what I was saying to Flynn, when you walk around in a big group, there's always one guy who wants to start a fight, who's just the fucking idiot, and we've had it, and they normally want to start the fight with the biggest bloke, which was great when I was a kid because I was the smallest, so I was fine. But, you know, you'd get someone who'd just react with, you know, it's not like you've been pissing them off or winding them up. They just come and try and swing it, and you're like, and normally alcohol driven, but you're like, what the fuck's that all about? Or am I
just
too
moving
quiet?
near to you. You're quite quiet. I think because you're like leaning away from me.
Well,
Do I smell?
A little bit.
Okay.
But I don't know how I'd react. I don't really want to put myself in that. So I used to have that. Remember, I used to have that reoccurring dream when the kids were really small, and you'd be walking with them when they're toddlers, and someone would bump into them and aggressively turn around and go, "Oh, fuck off." I thought I'd end up in prison. I'd just kind of throat punch them, and then just kill them, and you're like out of retaliation or and your protection. I used to always have this reoccurring dream I'd end up in Wandsworth prison.
That's nice.
Well, it's protecting the kids.
No, exactly. And well, the other thing I sort of, and I really kid myself because I can't remember what it was. It was to do with like sort of the difference between a male and a female.
Willy and
perspective.
vagina. Oh
no, not that low, but perspective of. So the video, it's basically like a promotional video of sort of just safety, I suppose. And there's a woman on her own at a football match, which is rare, but obviously happens. She was sitting there at a football match, obviously goes every week, massive fan of whatever club they're watching, local club. And she's sitting there and she's watching the match, and then it's her thought process of like, oh, it's getting a bit dark. I might leave. Shall I leave before the end of the match?
Oh,
before
I see.
the people are leaving. You know, her thought process of what you have to think of as a woman compared to a man. They kept like switching between the two. Of him going, oh yeah, brilliant, yeah, great, yeah, no, oh, I wonder about, but should I ring my wife, just let her know I'll be back at like whatever, you know, whatever time, or so he didn't have to ever think about his own safety. And then her leaving early and walking along being paranoid that someone was following her, and then they crossed over, and then she's got her keys out because she thought someone was following her. He's walking back going, he stares at her, so it's really quite interesting they sort of put the two together. He's staring at her because she's got like a really old vintage football top on. He's going, oh god, brilliant, I love that year, that was brilliant, the best year, kit, blah blah. And she's like going, why is that bloke staring at me, why is that bloke staring at me? You know what I mean? He's looking at her in a nice way and going, oh my god, I love your top, rather than going, oh brilliant, love you, letting her know. He's sort of staring at her. And then it's just when he gets home, when they get home, she's going to ring her dad to meet her at the station and all these things. But I did exactly the same thing. You know, you walk along and you're suddenly thinking, oh, you know, like not having the keys in my hand, but just like aware of everybody, I think, as a woman.
Well, you were telling Flynn, I remember, you know, we were trying to educate him if he was walking back somewhere and he saw a woman on the same side of the street, or especially worse if you're following them. Yeah. It's just to cross over and go the other side so you're not spooking them out.
Yeah, so they know that you're not following them.
Not
you're
predatory.
Literally just walking the same way. You might, in your thought process as a male, especially young male, you probably wouldn't even think about it.
No.
And that's the difference. You know, it's like all these women who go out running, or, you know, you as a bloke, you would just go out running.
Well, Heather,
in the dark.
our mate, doesn't run now in dark. She used to run early in the mornings.
Yeah.
And she won't do it now because she got spooked by some arseholes once.
Well, and also there's been, you know, unfortunately, people have been attacked and far worse things happen to them.
Dogging.
Well, you go dogging.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is that sort of thing. And also, I mean, you know, you always used to laugh at me with car stuff as well, because it's what I would think I would do compared to what I'd actually do in a scenario.
If you stopped, I'd get out and I'd punch you.
Well, Amber did that once. We were walking back from the station here, and I remember her going, "It's right, Mum, I've got you, I've got you, I've got you." And then these blokes walk too close to her. She's like, "Oh!" I was like, oh, brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for protecting me. I said, I think I'll probably be protecting you as my child.
You are very strong. I don't think you realise how strong you are.
I know, but I wouldn't want to rely on that as far. But fight or flight, like as you've seen.
Yeah, I'd hate to get punched by you.
If someone was attacking.
But the problem is, I think you'd. I don't need you. You're so strong in the gym and stuff. I don't know how you'd. I think we need to put you in a street fight just to see.
A street
fight. Because you could be. I mean, we talked about you being a professional rugby player.
My god!
You could have been a boxer.
Or
you could have been a boxer. What was that from?
Oh my god!
They used to have those.
Bugsy Malone.
Bugsy Malone. Used to have that. Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, I think like you're saying.
Or either you or Rachel.
Protection from if someone was hurting someone with me. But I always felt like that when I used to go. I felt like a bouncer a lot of the time when I used to go out with my very blonde friends. We went to Ibiza with 4 blondes and me.
4 non-blondes.
4 quite small blondes and me. And in a club or whatever, just blokes are just so lechy, honestly, just does my head in. And they think that that's gonna like girls are gonna go, oh yeah, please just
show us your knob.
Bog off. Do you know what I mean? It's like the bloke's perception of women.
Bog off. Buy one, get one free.
Exactly. Buy one. I've got 4.
Yeah.
Buy one, get one free.
Nice.
2 for the price of 1. And I just all the time. I don't. Amber does it a lot with her friends as well. It must be just our instinct of just like protection. I was literally just standing like with my elbows out.
Yeah,
so
Amber
these
loves
blokes
it.
were
To the
just
point
like
where she's so overly aggressive.
rubbing themselves up against everybody because they was, because it was like we're in a club and everybody's like packed against each other, and we're like.
Oh, when you go to concerts, you two, if someone rubs up against the back of you by accident, you two suddenly go like this.
Oh no, not by accident. If someone's persistently pushing into you, that is flipping triggering. That's just like.
But if you're in a kind of not quite mosh pit, but in a busy place where there is surges, that will happen.
No, I don't mind that. But when people like are just completely unaware that they're constantly banging into you. That was a civilised environment that we were in.
Where are we talking?
Stevie Wonder, apart from.
Oh, that cock. There was one.
But a minute, I don't mind if it. God, no, not if people are in like a busy thing. That's different. But if it's the same person persistently doing it on you, no, you have to be aware.
What is it, Suzie? No.
No.
Crikey.
That's a no.
Nice.
So
Personal space.
Maybe I should be.
Thank you.
Protection.
Yeah, security.
Security.
What would be your go-to protective punch?
I don't know. I think it'd probably be better with my legs.
See, women don't wear not necessarily high heels, but hard sole shoes. But the one that I remember getting taught was that if a woman gets grabbed from behind, which is quite common,
you stamp on their
is you slide your leather shoe down their shin. Oh, that hurts. Oh.
Or if you're wearing heels, you just stamp
on their foot, yeah. Or a heel flick into the old testicules.
Or just flick them over your head.
Oh, wow, Suzie. Would that be your one?
Yeah. I just like, boof!
Oh, here we go. This is what you say.
Pow!
You're like Batman. Have you ever hit anyone?
Intentionally?
Well, I know you did in Glads, but you had pads on and it was
I wasn't
a game.
hitting someone. Like,
but
just
have you ever
punching
hit anyone in anger?
You?
Have you? Lyndon. You threw him off you once. Because he was tickling you.
Yeah,
Have you only punched
my
anyone?
God, do you not ever tickle me, ever?
Yes, great to wind you up.
That is like Tasmanian devil mode. That is...
So that's what we could... If we
But
needed
that's
to
what
get
would
you
happen
angry,
if-
before a fight, if you were a professional fighter,
If-
we'd just tickle you. And you'd get really... And then we'd just let you
I'd
out.
probably kill you lot rather than the person
Yeah,
I'm
but we'd
supposed
be
to.
protected behind a cage.
Would you,
Yes,
though?
yes.
Behind a cage? What am I cage fighting
Sorry?
now? I know my voice is very creepy.
So you're going to... Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you've never
yeah,
punched anyone?
I don't think so. Probably my brother. I used to fight with my brother
yeah.
a lot when we were younger. I
Yeah.
used to go Tasmanian devil on him.
Did you?
I knocked his teeth out
Good lad.
with my knee.
But he smacked your lip up.
Yeah. But I was 18 months when he did that.
Oh. Were you?
Yeah.
That must have been quite good for
It's
18
like
months.
child abuse from my
They
brother.
didn't stitch it very well, did they?
It was on my lip,
Well, above it.
but it was just there. And obviously
As it moved up.
when I grew,
Did you?
it was tiny, and then I grew
You had
a
a
bit.
tiny little head.
I probably did a tiny little, so it was obviously more connected, yeah. But no, my brother and I used to, I used to fight my brother. I don't think he was really that involved. Which is, he just used to really annoy me.
Well, it's a sibling thing, isn't it?
Well, he would just like to sit and read and ignore me, and I wasn't having it. And I was bored. Needed to release some energy on someone.
So you just go and fight him.
So he would just ignore me, and then it would end up. We would start with like shouting match, and then it would get full on
Physical. Olivia
Fight
Newton-John.
fight club would
Nice.
start.
Nice.
But I think that was just me more than him, to be fair.
Oh.
Is that your start?
Yeah, it's making all sorts of noises.
So back to what would we do in a scenario? Don't know.
Let's hope it never happens.
Let's hope it never ever happens.
Otherwise, we could be recording this from Wandsworth Prison.
Yeah, but hopefully, I think, like you say, you'd want to. But I think I do on the train anyway. I'm like, go on and on. It's just immediately vigilant of who's on the thing, who's doing what bag they've got. All that sort of stuff is. I actually should be security. I should be like.
Well, I
did say to one, I'd like private investigator. That would be because I'm really noticeable.
There's a lot of sitting around doing nothing.
But someone who was a policewoman, she said to me, "Suzie, you could never do that because private investigators have to sort of blend in.
They've got to merge.
Got to blend in and be invisible." And she said, "You'd be like walking in and everybody would know you were there."
There's those experts, aren't there? They're facial recognition experts.
Yeah,
who
but
can
that's
look
like
at screens
a special
gift.
Yeah.
And they can recognise, you give them a picture and they can recognise it in a crowd.
Yeah.
Like, amazing.
It's like me spotting spelling mistakes. That's exactly the same.
Print.
Do you think they should have me in at MI5? Like slow horses, they'd have me in as the spelling expert.
Isn't that called a copywriter?
Probably.
Here
or
she
like
is.
Decoding.
Bring in DC Roberts. What are you here for, ma'am?
DC?
You'll be Detective Constable.
Chief. Jesus.
Chief Roberts. What are you here for, ma'am?
I'm not being a constable.
I'm here to check your spelling.
Yeah.
Do you think all crimes start from bad spelling?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a definitely personality trait.
Oh, is it? So if you can't spell, you become
but you'd be able to follow that.
Psychopath.
It's like a clue. It's
is
like,
it?
Yeah.
I'm going to kill someone spelled with 3 L's.
Serial killers, they leave...
And they spell it cereal, C-E-R-E-A-L.
Exactly.
Oh, I get it now.
Or if they leave, like, they have their sort of trademark thing.
TM.
Of taking a bit of hair or...
What's that got to do with spelling?
They spell the things wrong all the time, and you can check. It's like a handwriting recognition.
Okay, that's another level.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things out there.
How does your brain work?
But do you not ever think that? Like,
no, I don't.
You do, because we've had conversations about this. Of you having conversations of how you can't believe that when you go somewhere, no one's wearing the same clothes.
Yeah,
very
more
rarely.
people don't look the same.
Look the same, wearing the same clothes, or doing the same job, doing the same thing. How does everybody
do different things?
End up doing all the different things in the world that there are. Most of them I don't understand even the job title of. But so your brain does work the same?
No, not like yours.
It's not as unique as mine.
Freak or unique?
No, I'm a unique. Anyway, so we'll move on from morbid attacking things.
Yes, let's hope. Yeah.
So hopefully everybody is now safe. There are a few people in hospital. Hopefully they're.
I just wonder how you can't.
Luckily, no one was actually killed, but a few people are more critical in.
Oh, are they?
Not like.
The question is, how do you ever stop it? And I don't think you can. There's going to be these rarities of these people that just get under the radar and they aren't hospitalised or medicated or spotted because they got no mates.
Well, it's like that, but there's just also there's not enough people doing those sort of jobs of actually caring and looking after people. It's so underfunded. No, but meaning they get under the radar because there aren't enough people checking up, following up. So that person might have been, but then it's the following up, checking in on them. That's where it goes wrong. When they do something extreme like that, they're either locked away or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's the follow-up, I think, is what's really, checking in on people.
Yeah.
So check in on your
neighbours.
Like
social, what's it called?
Social work.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Good night.
you. Do we have... Oh, sorry. Hello, everybody. We went away for a little cheeky break last week, didn't we?
Portugal. We went where Flynn and all his mates go in summer.
We're nearby.
We're pretty close.
Very close.
We crossed over and he was giving us advice where to go.
It's mad, isn't it? You go away and the 17-year-olds recommending restaurants and where to go and what to do.
And recognising from a photo we sent them on WhatsApp where we were without actually telling them. We're like, Jesus, how many times have you been here?
Oh, you're there. Okay. Oh, brilliant. You should go to this place.
It was very nice. I get it. It reminded me, so my parents, obviously, years and years ago, bought a place in Naples, Florida to retire because they wanted to be a bit different and not go to Portugal. But it did remind me...
Which is quite selfish, thank you, Imagine, Alan, because we'd actually quite like the fact that you'd have a place there now in Portugal. But
a lot easier to get to. But it did remind me of Florida a bit. The Quinta was...
Quinta del Lago.
Do Lago, was it?
Do.
So, very manicured and beautiful courses.
Unbelievable houses, though, in some
playing property porn was great. And actually...
Because we rented bikes, so we were cycling around a lot. So we weren't just sitting in cars or Ubers.
And you just go past the house and go, oh my God. Then the next one, oh my God. And then we saw one house, which actually we ended up talking about with some mates on the weekend because they went there for a party, where the doors were so big and you actually said, how do you open those doors?
It looks like...
And they're hydraulic doors.
It looks like something from Lord of the Rings or something. You know, Morgodor. Like, not the house, but just the doors were just like...
Massive, huge brass.
25 foot tall.
Massive.
And apparently they walked in and you go straight into a lift.
Oh, good.
To go up to the top terrace where they
they put a pool at the top because that gets the evening sun. Because I can't think of anything worse.
I mean, it's just a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Not having evening sun by your pool. I mean, we definitely don't have that.
By our cold bath.
Yeah, it's in the corner by the fence.
I think, but they were saying...
But so much money. There's, you know, I was going, how do people earn this amount of money to have a £20 million second home?
I got lucky enough to play golf with some locals. And one of them was an FX foreign exchange guy who obviously deals with a lot of the very wealthy people there moving cash around to buy properties and so on. And they were saying the marina there, because it's not a massive marina, it can't take those billionaire boats, super yachts and so on. So actually, even though there were some very expensive properties, 12, 14, 16 million, you don't have the 32, 50
it's
million.
It's a bit embarrassing, they've only got a 15
because the
million.
marina can't cope with them. So they were saying, actually... Yeah, you obviously get the multi-millionaires, but you don't get the...
Multi-billionaires.
Yeah, that go to wherever they go, Ibiza or wherever they go. So yeah, but it was very nice. I don't know what it must be like in summer. We ended up going to the campus, which was like a sports complex, which was really nice.
That's my favourite place.
That was lovely. With
you
tennis
played golf
and
you were like, I'll come back. I was like, no, I'm very happy. Very happy here in my gym sporty space.
I think the British Lions went there to train on the pitch before.
Did they?
And then they've built that extra performance
There were no
centre.
rugby posts though.
Yeah, they were on the side.
Oh, I didn't
pulled
see
aside.
them.
So they had football and
I
then they
saw
had
the
rugby.
football.
So
I
they
didn't
just
see
bring them on
rugby.
depending who's training
there
there.
we go.
And they stay at the... I can't remember where
The Conrad
Max said
or
they
the
stay at.
Four Seasons or the...
No, it's not the Four Seasons. I don't think it's quite that high. But yeah, it was very nice. It was... I actually quite enjoyed cycling more than having a car because you get to really feel...
Yeah, and see places.
And everything's also, pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, we were very close. The only thing they didn't have... Obviously, it was winter time or coming into winter time there.
You did have a sit by the pool one afternoon.
No, meaning we didn't have lights on the bikes.
Oh yeah.
They just don't do that because obviously in the summer it's like light all night and most people don't cycle around.
Same time as here, wasn't it? So no time change. Yeah, it was very nice. Paddle. We've got.
I'm now a professional paddle player as well. Thank you,
Suzie. Yeah, she can't play off the wall.
Just shout wall
and she play
at
off
me,
the wall.
and then I remember.
But we've now got. I've now met 3 people who are involved with paddle development. So we've got Dan, Max, and Philip now got some involvement as well. But they're saying the biggest problem here, Max was saying, Dan was saying, is to build an outside court here, they don't like it because the floodlights affect bats.
Oh.
So it's really hard to get permission to have an outside court with floodlights. So the one at the YMCA up the road, I don't think has lights.
No.
Which is fine, but you limit, especially in winter, you can only play for about 4 hours. So that's the big issue. So you either build something indoor. Yeah, no, but then the development, the cost.
Sound. Well, there's also the sound. People don't like the sound of it whacking off the walls.
Outside.
If you're in a residential area. Well, that's why I think some of these like bigger sort of industrial places are better because A, you've either got a big industrial unit set up ready, put some in there. It's not very pretty, but it works. And also they're in areas where there is already a lot of noise or traffic and it's not residential.
But yeah, I can see why people enjoy the game. We had a lesson.
Yeah, well, like we've always said, and Philip said the same thing just yesterday, of if you play tennis is fine if you're good.
And you're playing with people of the same standard.
Yeah, but, we watched a few people playing tennis. It's so painful. I mean, I'm not a brilliant tennis player. I can run around and whack the ball, but I'm not...
But paddle is your game because you hit the ball flat.
I basically play...
You just hit...
How you're supposed to play paddle is basically how I play tennis.
When you return the ball the first few times ago, I was like, oh, okay. Because I was trying to topspin it like tennis.
Yeah,
He's
but you were
telling me
playing
off.
tennis. You were doing like a whole big thingy, and I'm like, which is how you play paddle.
Is that the noise you were making?
That's the noise you have to play paddle with.
A little bit of wee come out or not?
I'm talking of wee, right?
What?
So, we versus P. Why do people say the word we and why do people say the word P?
Well, wee is English and a pee-pee is more of a Latin.
American.
No, Latin, I think.
No, it's American, apparently.
Pee-pee is American.
P. They say P because it's short for piss. I'm going to go for a P.
Oh. And we say wee.
Wee, because it's a Scottish.
Because it comes out of the willy.
Scottish.
Is it?
For little, quick. I'm going to have a quick wee. I'm going to go for a wee. Going for a wee. A wee wee.
Do you have to do it in that?
Yeah.
You sound like
Sorry,
Ali.
Blair. Everybody.
Ali. You sound like Ali.
Ali.
Wee Ali.
Wee.
We call her wee
She's
Ali.
She's not wee at all.
She's a wee.
Very tall.
Very tall.
But yeah, I was like, why? Because your mum, something like your mum, because I spent a lot of time in America, said P, and I was saying I would never say P.
You know, funny enough, I'd never.
What do you say?
Going for a slash.
Going for a
because I'm a proper man.
Going for a piece.
I'm going to go and drain the lizard.
So shake the snake.
Yes.
So you know when we were cycling in Portugal, we went down to on that boardwalk and we parked our bikes, and
yes.
you thought there was a toilet block there and there
yeah.
wasn't. And then a whole family came down. They
yeah.
saw the same thing. The bloke got off his bike, and he wasn't like a right old geezer. He got off, and nobody, obviously one of the kids needed wee or whatever, and the mum was going, okay, well, look, let's just go over there, and they'd gone past me, but all I heard was this bloke going, I probably could, like, shake the snake. And I was like, I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah, it's great.
Shake the snake.
Drain the lizard. Oh, why lizard? Drain the lizard.
I've never heard drain the lizard.
Choke the sausage.
That's a whole different thing.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, we got lots
but
of...
wee versus pee. I was like, why? Why? But apparently, yeah, wee's just the Scottish.
I do sit-down wheeze, don't I?
You do, because you're...
I just
weird.
don't get why you have to concentrate.
You know, actually, weird. There's quite a few people I think do that.
It's so nice.
They just
relax.
don't necessarily admit it.
Oh, sit-down wee. Always sit-down wee. And then you don't get the problem about leaving the toilet seat up. So everyone thinks
yes.
I'm a gentleman. Well, I am a gentleman. I do think of stuff like that. But also, you don't have to lift it, so you just sit there and...
And why did that start?
Well...
Was this boarding school?
No, because so when you wake up in the morning with a bit of morning glory, it's very... And you need a wee.
Back in the day.
It's very hard to wee with an erection. You can go anywhere.
Did it not start at boarding school? But how do you sit down if you've got an erection?
You tuck it under the seat. No, you tuck it under the seat. So...
I like tuck it under the seat.
Well, it's massive. Huge. You need two hands. I normally get people to help. You tuck it under.
To help?
Yeah, always. Public school.
Butler, come in and help.
I had
Jeeves, I need you to hold.
Yeah. So yes, I don't know how it started, but I'm like, when you're weeing and you see it like in toilets and there's pee everywhere. Yeah. Just sit down and wee.
Well, we had friends who had 4 boys.
You should put a urinal
and they put a urinal in because also their boys were at a boys' school, so all their mates that would always come around, there was just like hundreds of boys, and they lived very close to the school. So she's like, no. And
I've mentioned this before. Bring back B days. Bring back BBB. Bring back B days. It's so much more hygienic. BIDET.
Bidet.
You should know. You're the spelling expert.
I'm just testing your spelling.
DC Roberts, spelling expert. We're just bringing in the spelling expert now. Oh, thank God. Yes. Everyone can relax.
Thank you.
Ah, yes, this is leading
Don't
us
need
to
AI.
a white
Just
Caucasian male, 6'2", slightly ginger.
Can't spell. Surreptitious.
Good word.
So, surreptitious.
Yes.
Let's talk about surreptitious.
Ziggy was being surreptitious the other day.
Oh, she's so surreptitious. I was like, do you even know what that means?
I didn't really know. But it's just such a lovely word.
No one in our family is surreptitious.
Never?
Never.
Oh, occasionally. What does it mean again?
Oh, occasionally.
What does it mean again?
Well, sort of just like stealth, sort of secretive.
I can be aloof. People think I'm aloof, don't they? When they first meet me, when I'm at the school gates and stuff, back in the day.
I don't think anymore.
No.
Your aloofness was basically being antisocial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of women talking crap. I just thought I don't want any of that.
No, I don't even like it. I don't like...
So I was being surreptitious.
Got my special smile.
I was being surreptitious. Put your tongue, remember? Yeah, that's it. I was being surreptitious. Not really.
Sort of. You were trying to... surreptitious is what I would be if I was a private detective. I'd have to be surreptitious.
You'd be so bad
not notice, sort of blending in.
With leopard print.
Leopard print and lime green luminous
glasses.
Stuff.
Yeah, that wouldn't
Going,
work.
hi! I'm here!
Look at me. Bit stiff.
Sandra, do we have any Mark's bits today, or are we like...
Oh! I just bumped into a friend who was dogging with me.
Usual.
And she was saying, "Oh, in the morning's so hard now; it's getting dark." So you've got one, I've got one. Is the daylight simulation stuff sad? It really is quite common. People get it in different levels to the extreme, where real mood swings and energy and so on. But even just going out first thing in the morning, even if it's cloudy, you're still getting some natural daylight. So getting natural daylight first thing in the morning, very important.
Very important. Please
Very
don't
important.
do your weird. No, it literally sounds
Ziggy
like you're
likes
vomiting.
it. She was off her
She
nut
does
today.
not like. So
She shat in front of us last
bloody
night.
dogs. So we were watching Flint. Sorry, we weren't. Flynn had already started watching.
You
Rocky.
were watching it. Rocky,
we were watching it. But
He's going through the whole
we
series.
didn't have a choice. He'd already got it on when we came back. When I came back, anyway.
True.
Rocky 2 was it?
Rocky, yes, 1978.
9.
So he looked like one of the T-Birds. So I said to Flynn, was this filmed? I thought Grease had got the idea of that outfit from Rocky, but actually Rocky was filmed a year later than Grease. Because they look like the T-Birds, leather jacket, his arms sleeved up.
Released, wasn't it? So you might have been filmed.
Yeah, true.
They've taken out a year to film them.
But yes, so we were rocking Rocky 2, and then suddenly
it was the iconic moment where Rocky's like the Pied Piper and he's running through the streets of Philadelphia and all the kids are chasing him down, and then he runs up the steps and does his like woo, and we were obviously watching that and fascinated by that. I then looked down.
No, when was the first smell?
Oh, well, that was Yogi.
You think that was Yogi, not the poo?
It was definitely Yogi.
Okay.
Because I got up and went and opened the window.
Yes, otherwise you would
would
have stood in it.
I would have stood in it or noticed
God.
it. So Yogi is not very well at the minute, aside from his boss and making awful smells. He's got a dodgy eye, so we've got loads of drops.
If you didn't
and
have dogs and
medication
you listen
stuff.
to this, you'd be like, why do people have dogs?
I know, it is. So he's going to have drops
R2 are high maintenance.
6 times a day. Anyway, aside from that, I was sitting on the sofa with him, literally like eye-melting stench comes off.
Even us on the other side of the room were
I was like,
"Fuck
oh
me,
my God. So I
someone's
got
died."
up to open the window to just so we could breathe. Anyway, we're sitting down, we're watching that iconic Rocky moment where he's running up the steps.
Beautiful.
Cheering stuff. And we're obviously watching that. And Ziggy had been sitting between you and Flynn.
We're having a
on the
lovely
sofa.
time getting stroked both ends.
They're literally like getting all the attention. Nobody had noticed her surreptitious stealth mode.
See? So
Got up. And suddenly I was like, why can I still... I was like, yeah, God, that's like another smell. Just, look down. And we've got this like cowhide, dark brown rug on the floor. I looked down and there was a pile of steaming poo. So she must have just got up while we were distracted watching TV, got up, pooed on the floor.
She was bonkers on the walk today. She
But
went
she's
off in the direct...
she won't go outside. Sunday,
fireworks
I
I get.
opened the door from the lounge to go outside to let her out, and she was squatting doing a poo right in front of me. So he needs a butt plug.
Yeah, or we just put kennels outside. Okay, it's really boring. when
You're
house
the
is
one
this.
when we're away going, oh, should we get this dog? Let's get another dog.
Yes.
Let's get another
A
dog.
nice dog, not
Don't
a
get
fucking
rid of-
lunatic.
That's awful.
Thank you.
You're awful.
Lifespan. They come and they go.
What if I do
Move
that
on.
to you?
Well, I will die at one point.
This is a cheery episode, isn't
Well,
it?
just,
No, but like if I just get rid of you, like, because you're just annoying me,
Or
or
put
you've
me in
got
the
a
kennel.
beard, put you outside,
You're going to get rid of me because I've got a beard.
or something,
Well, give me a reason. You
So-
can't. So when we go to court,
Well,
we go
just
to
because they poo,
go to
you're
the
going to get rid of
judge.
them.
Why have you? Why do you want a divorce? Well, I just do.
It's got a beard anyway.
He's got a beard and other things. Well, what are your other things? Dunno.
But you're getting rid of the dogs because they poo.
Yes, that is very different than having a beard.
All right, I'll get rid of you because you poo.
Yeah, but I do it in a toilet.
Do you?
Yes. Well,
Mostly.
occasionally, Wimbledon Common back in the day, I used to poo in the woods and hope the wood nymphs would get me.
Bless him.
See.
Bless him. All right. Well, I think we've covered everything today. From
Absolutely everything,
Poo.
from surreptitiousness to poos to psychopaths
to me being a professional paddle player.
and you
so if you
and
need
being
me,
a spelling expert. Spelling bee. Why didn't you
Smelling
go on
or
spelling
spelling?
bee? There's a kids quiz thing. Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
Right, whatever.
All right. Bye.
Yeah.
We might be here
Bye.
next week. We might not.
Yeah,
Mark's
bye.
leaving.
No, I've had enough.
See ya.
Bye.